again and welcome back to Saracen's Travels. In this video we sailed to St Martin, stopping for a night at St Barts along the way. It was a long couple of days with early starts, but we managed to sail most of the way and arrived safe and sound. Hope you enjoy, and please remember to leave a like and subscribe to our channel.
Good morning. It's 5:45, I think. We've just set sail from Cocoa Bay and we're heading to St Martin. But we're heading to St Barts because we're going to queue flag overnight tonight. We've got a good 18 knots of wind, we've got all the sail up for a change, and we're going along 6.5 knots, maybe 7 knots. In the wrong direction at the moment, but we'll fix that in a minute. We've still got some reefs to navigate out, and there's quite a few boats leaving up from Pink Beach where we were yesterday, but we moved down because of the waves were horrific last night. It's now 11:30, been sailing for 4.5 hours. We've travelled about 28 miles. The wind's meant to be east, it's actually south, then it's turned a wee bit southeast a few hours ago. We're making very slow progress because we're on the worst point of sail. We should get to the bottom of St Barts at about maybe 5 o'clock. And then once we're in the lee of the island, we'll just motor up and get to the anchorage at the top called Collimer Bay. Athena and Owl and Pussycat are cheating. They've just motor sailed and they're about 15 miles ahead of us. Fish on, so we wind in the right reel, and just when we get to the back of the boat, it gets off. It was a Spanish mackerel, never caught one of them before. Yeah, that's it. This boat here is just flying a parasailer. It's just a fancy spinnaker with a wing in it that supports it, so you don't need a spinnaker pull. Makes it all dead easy. 1-1. So the wind dies eventually, so we have to put the engine on and we start motoring towards St Barts that we can just see in the distance. As we round the south-west side of St Barts, Gustavia, which is the capital, comes into view. And this island is the playground for the rich and famous. Just look at all the super yachts as we pass Gustavia. Our anchorage is at the top of the island, just past this peninsula, and in the background you can see St Martin. So this is day 2 of our sail to St Martin. We're going to go to the French side in Marigot Bay. We had a wee stopover at St Barts on a bay called Colombier. We picked up a mooring buoy, but it's a nature reserve, and then we've decided not to stay there because it's going to be a windy 3 or 4 days starting possibly tonight. So we're up quite early in the morning to get to St Martin. And we're just head sailing because we've got 24 knots of wind at the moment. So this is St Martin, and actually St Martin is actually 2 different countries. You've got St Martin, which is the Dutch side, which is the side we're looking at just now, and at the other side we have St Martin, which is the French side. And allegedly, back in the day, the island was divided between the French and the Dutch by 2 soldiers walking from opposite ends of the islands carrying some alcohol. And I think the French won. He was drinking wine, and the Dutch guy was drinking gin, and he was bluttered, so he didn't walk as far. So the Dutch got just a small bottom corner. And believe it or not, there's 2 international airports on the island, and it's only 7 kilometres long.
7 kilometres long?
So, bit of a waste of money. And what people do is they come here and then they get in a wee 8-seater plane and do the wee jump down to St Barts to get onto their super yachts and buy their Gucci handbags. I've got the camera set on horizon balancing to try and cut out the roll, but I'm not sure it's going to work. So, in there is Philipsburg. There's a cruise ship in at the dock. Philipsburg is the capital of the St Martin Dutch side. And just coming on into shot is a super yacht passing us, and it's called Asia. I think we've seen it before. And the crew's going to have a busy job cleaning all that salt off once it gets to wherever it's going to. And Asia is only a small one. Either the catamaran's too big for the parasailer or the parasailer's too wee for the catamaran. We're just trying to work out which is which. Or maybe he only had enough to buy that size of parasailer. Now it looks like he's going into Simpson Bay. This is Simpson Bay we're just passing just now. We're not going in there because in this weather it will be rolly. And we don't like rolly anchorages. However, looking at the yachts, they seem to be okay. Very built up, very much like Fort de France, but obviously Dutch. This is a runway just here. You can see some planes just on the beach, just above the beach. This is one of the famous runways where you go to a beach round the corner, you stand at the end of the runway and you get blown with the force of the jet engines when they're taking off and landing. So we'll do that, see if we can get Irene blown away into sea. Let's hope we've caught the plane coming into land. And that's the beach, you can see everybody on the beach. But it's not when they land, I think it's when they take off you get the full thrust. This is us at the most western side of can't fucking remember the name of the fucking island we're on now. St Martin. This is us at the extreme west point of St Martin. And in the background you can see Anguilla, which is very, 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 very flat. So we might pop over there before we start heading south. We'll have to wait and see. Once we turned the corner at the south-west end of St Martin, the wind came right on their nose, so we wound away the head sail, on with the engine and motored into Marigot Bay. So this is just us approaching Marigot Bay. We're going to head down to the right hand corner. Looks to be lots of room down there. And it's still particularly windy, it's about 25 knots of wind in the bay. I've got a catamaran behind me. Don't know what he's trying to do. Right, we're in. And that's us arrived. Anchored behind it, Coriander and Athena's off her port bow.
Again, thanks for watching our adventures. We arrived somewhat tired at Marigot Bay on the French side of St Martin after a day and a half of sailing. This is the first island that we've been to which is made up of two countries, France on one side and Holland on the other. In our next episode, we reprovision Saracen and explore St Martin both by sea and on foot. Oh, and do a bit of socialising too. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. We'll leave a link for another couple of episodes if you want to see some more. That's all for now, folks. Saracen out. See you.